Hey everybody, it's a beautiful day outside. Suns are shining. There's my boo-boo. It's a beautiful day out here walking the land. So I'm sure a lot of y'all are wondering, how do we get heat? Because you know it's wintertime outside. Nice day out here though. So you're probably wondering, well, how y'all heat your house? Well, we got a wood stove. We don't have any we got electricity, but it's solar. Get another video on that. But yeah, so we have a wood stove, and in order to heat it, you gotta chop wood. Now, I ain't chopping no dang on wood inside. But my husband and our son chops the wood, because I ain't gonna be out here doing it. Now, I tried it. My arm hurt now. But let me show y'all how they chop the wood, because they out here chopping it now. So, this is how we get wood for our stove. We got a lot of trees around here, so that's how we get our wood. So you see, this is our land. Like I told y'all, we got 3.1 acres. A lot of trees has been chopped down already. As you can see, look like we just in a demolition. I promise y'all this ain't the end of the world. But see that shed right there? That's the mother's quarters. That's where my mama stay when she come down here. I'm just kidding. We don't know what that's gonna be. But I teased her and told her that was the mother's quarters. It's not. It could be though. But see, this tree, big old tree, my husband chopped down, and this is how we get wood. He cuts it up with a chainsaw, and they split it. Yeah. You know, we roll back time a little bit. We ain't traditional. Got a wood stove, give off some good heat. Y'all get a video of that stove. See my son out here, getting buff, splitting that wood. Boy, ain't seen a hard day of working his life. Different than playing video games, ain't it, son? He enjoys it though, surprisingly. Like a workout for him. Like I said, I ain't gonna be out here. This is the real man behind the scenes. This is the guy that keeps us afloat. Couldn't do none of this without him. I tell you that. I'll be in a hotel somewhere. Split that wood.
Not very easy split wood. Not this one anyways. The last one we did was pretty good.
Maybe we should cut down another tree from over there.
So this is how we get our wood, y'all, for the stove. They come out here, my husband he cut this big old tree down. Like I told y'all, it's just us four. We don't hire nobody. Nobody comes and does it for us. Everything that's being done to this place is all by us. So he comes out here, cut the big old tree down, cut it into pieces, and then split it. And that's how we get our wood. Jaden comes out here and helps him too. So for those of you who are wondering how we got our wood, that's how we get it. Of course, you'll get a video on the stove. It's called the Blaze King 5000. Supposed to be the best stove on the market.
It ain't 5,000.
It's not called Blaze King 5000? No. What's it called?
Blaze King KE40.
It say Blaze King 5000 on the back, on the sticker.
Where?
On the back of the stove.
Yeah, well, I'm from Missouri. You're gonna have to show me.
That's what it say. Anyway, I'll show you a video of that here. And then, for y'all who wondering, ain't that cold down there? It's a barn. No, we ain't cold. Hot. We got a stove. And
it's just now warming up.
Alright, everybody. So I told you I was gonna show you our wood burning stove that we got. I showed you how we get the wood for it. Simple. Chop it up. And now I'm going to show you the contraption that was purchased in order for us to heat this barn. Okay? Alright, y'all. Here is our stove. Ignore the children in the background. It's the Blaze King KE40. This heats our home currently. And currently, before we get our cook stove, we also cook on this stove as well. And it does some good cooking. But you see it's going. See that fire? Ooh, yeah. But let me turn it over to the expert, because I don't know nothing about this stove besides how to cook on it and put the wood in it. Take it away, Sugar Pop.
Alright. This is the Blaze King. This is supposedly the biggest stove that they make. I've been told different things about it. I've been told that they're one of the oldest stove making companies there are. But the people that told me that didn't even realize that it was made in Canada. So far as I know, it's made in Canada, because that's where I had to send the warranty card off to. Because when I sent it off through the post office, they only put one stamp on it and it came back to me returned. So I had to go down there and make them aware of that and actually put extra stuff on it to get it sent to the right place. It has a catalyst in it. You got this here. This is activated with the catalyst, but when you first start it up before temperature, you have to have it flipped this way where it goes open flue. Here you've got your control for your thermostat. That's all the way closed as far as it'll go. And then this is fully opened, which is right now when it's cold where we have it most of the time until it starts to overheat. There's a temperature gauge on the top of it. It's looking pretty cruddy, so I doubt you can really read it. And then we got the one with the 2 fans on it. You can get it with or without them. That's off. That's at full max fan, and then that's adjustable. You can go all the way down. It's just about, it's still running, but not very fast. We usually keep that running full blast until temperature starts coming down and we need it to come up, and then we'll shut that off. I like it. It's supposed to heat 3,500 square foot. Right now, all we have closed off is about 750 square foot, and sometimes it's still cold in here. Still probably a lot of air leaks. I have not got everything insulated off yet, so I'm just assuming that's why we have problems with that. Have not put a whole lot of cured wood in here like you're supposed to. A certain type of moisture content in your wood, usually wood that's probably been sitting around and aged for 2 to 3 years, depending on the wood that it is. But out of necessity, we've had to burn some green wood. I've dropped a couple of dead trees and drug up dead trees that were laying out in the woods, but we're just about out of that, and we've had to burn some stuff that's pretty green. The biggest complaint I think I have of it, and it may be because we're burning green wood, I don't know, is it seems to build up the coals in it that don't ever seem to completely burn out. And we usually have to get rid of some of the coals that are even in it to get it cleared out, because the stove's pretty deep and it'll build up all the way up to the door usually before we end up cleaning it out, just because it's been so cold lately. We ain't had time to really let it burn out. We've turned it down and left for a couple days before thinking it would burn out. And man, we'll get back after 2 days and there'll still be coals in there that are still pretty warm. You can throw wood in it and it'll start right up. It is a very expensive stove. It's supposed to be probably the most efficient stove on the market. It's like 83% efficient, I think, but I wouldn't swear to. It's been a while since I looked it up and read on it. The pipe that goes on it, if you use the pipe that you're supposed to use, it's very expensive too. I've seen other people that had videos and stuff where they've used 6-inch pipe or made adapters. This is actually 8-inch pipe on the inside that's all stainless steel, and the outside is probably about 10 inches in diameter, so it's double walled. I believe I have 4 pieces of this, 2 that are galvanized on the outside, all of it's stainless steel on the inside. But I've got 2 pieces that are about 5 foot in length, and they're galvanized on the inside of the house. And then when I've gone through the roof, I went ahead and got the stainless, and I have 2 pieces of that are stainless on both layers, the inside and outside. You're exposing it to the elements. And it's going through the roof. I had probably about 18 foot I needed, somewhere around there. And that cost me about $2,500. I don't know what else I could say about it. I have seen some videos on there where someone had bought a used one of the same model that I have, and they still paid $2,500 for one that was used. This one I think cost me $5,500 for just the stove. So they're not cheap. And they're lining the bottom with fire brick.
Would you recommend this stove to people who are out in the wilderness trying to survive, who are homesteading or, you know, off grid? Would you recommend this?
I don't know for sure. I think if I had it completely insulated in here, I'd be able to say more. If it heated everything really good with the whole place insulated, and we had the upstairs all done, still this would only be 2,400 square foot, I think. And it should heat all of this fine. But I'm not convinced it would, just because we're in such a small area and it still gets cold in here at times. But maybe we just got really bad air leaks, I'm not sure. I wanted to do a rocket mass heater stove, but I didn't like using the barrel. That seems like that could burn out every couple of years, and I didn't want to go to the trouble of having to replace all that. If you could figure out something that would hold up better than the 55-gallon drum, like something that was a little thicker, that was stainless steel, I'd be all into building something along that line, I think.
Okay.
But I didn't have much time, so I had to get something, and that's what I got.
All right. Well, there you have it. This is the Blaze King KE40. And this is what we currently use and will be using to heat up our place. And temporarily we cook on it until we get our cook stove. I can tell you one thing, I'm hot and I'm just standing in front of it. Alright, so there you have it from the man himself, the Blaze King KE40. This is our heat source. This is our temporary cooking source. It works once we get everything all good insulated and squared away. We'll be able to determine if it is really top tier. But right now I'm hot. Okay, so I got to come up out some of these clothes. Snowsuit. Well, thanks for tuning in. Deuces.